welcome back on my channel. Time for a small update, maybe a bit bigger, a bit smaller. Let's take a look how long it will take. And yeah, let's jump straight into the topics. The first thing I want to tell you, there is a new GB on Facebook. It is called the ISAF GB, and as the name already says, tells you it is all about ISAF, not especially ISAF RS2, also resolution support 2, and you can build whatever you like from the area from 2001 up to 2021. So everything was rolled, flight, swimmed in Afghanistan. Doesn't matter which nation. You can also build something from the Taliban or the Canadian, the American. You can also put something together from Enduring Freedom. Everything, as long it is, or as long it was in Afghanistan. The time frame, the time frame is from there to there or there and there. I don't know the especially or the time, how long it runs, but I write it down here. And the link to the Facebook page is also down in this description. Yeah, goodie. I can't tell you if I will join that group, but I already joined it on that side. But the political side in Germany, or in Afghanistan, you already know what happened at the moment in Afghanistan, make me to rethink the possibility to join that group build. If everything becomes fine for the German citizens and the German soldiers, which are at the moment in Afghanistan, then I will join. If something went to the other side, so doesn't went very wrong or became a disaster, then I rethink my participation. Yeah. But there are also voices who say, especially then when it will run into a disaster, that's a better thing, or to salute the soldiers and the people who live maybe their life or whatever, and then it is the better possibility to make these GB, and I'm fine with their decision, but I hope that they will accept my decision that when it went wrong, we can't participate. If it went fine and I join it, I will build a dingo. I will show you that later, and I will make several videos from that, not only one full build, so maybe the undercarriage of the car, the interior, the car itself, the figures and the dial-base. Because then, like my earlier videos, I normally talk about the history or the variants of the car, of the build. But this time I want to tell you a bit about my experience in Afghanistan, because I was in Afghanistan in 2005 as a soldier of the German forces, and I will show you pictures from there and what have I seen, what happened to me there and everything else. But I have to tell you about I wasn't in a battle group, so I can't tell you about battles or fights with the enemy because I hadn't done anything like that. So, but life in the barracks or in the camp and the weather and the area and what I have done in Afghanistan to try to bring them peace and to fight. It wasn't a fight for me with the Taliban. Okay, so next topic. At the moment I read a book, which is a book about the leopard, and it's about the leopard 1 and leopard 2. I can highly recommend that because there are not many pictures, so it's not very suitable for reference pictures of the tanks about the leopard, but the story about them are awesome. The book was written by Mark Mustermann and it is written in German, and it's the complete story about the Leopard 1 and the Leopard 2. Also where they have fought. For example, did you know that the Leopard 1 had experience with the T-55 and they fought, and this is also written in this book, and it is a recommendation of this. And yeah, if you can read German or you can understand German, I can highly recommend that little book. It's not very thick, so you can read it very fast, but it's really, really good. So the next thing, for the next part of that update, I have to change my camera angle again, and we will see us in a few seconds for you, a minute for me, on my table. So give me a second, see you in a minute. So, back on my table. Yeah, it looks a bit different. It's another cutting mat. So it's not a cutting mat, this is a soft pad, but it's really cool because it stays where it has to stay, so it's not so slippery like a cutting mat. You can't cut on it or you will cut into it, but it's a soft, and when you paint things and you will shovel them over the board or over the mat, they will not scratch. So that is, especially for small parts, I think a really cool thing. I also ordered from Orlee, where I ordered it, link is in the description, these stencils for one of my builds, or two of my builds. I would like to build the F14, and for the salty stains on the top of the plane, I think these stencils are pretty handy. And also for a tank, I will show you in a few minutes, I can use them also. So let's jump into the first thing. Let's start with the dingo. Give me a second. I have to move over there. As I mentioned, I will participate, if everything went fine, to the ISAF GB with this one. With this one. I ordered it. It cost me 10 euros, so it's really, really a bargain. There's also the old price on it, but okay, I can show it to you. The old price was 24 euros, 25 euros, and I paid 10 for that on a regular store. So the price for that kit dropped dramatically. So I ordered that. This is a version which was not in Afghanistan when I was there. We had Dingo 2s, but not in the A3 version, so that means we have other weapon stations on it, for example, and ours were green, the normal NATO 3-tone colors when I was there in 2005. And this is a version where the Bundeswehr changed the colors also. But for 10 euros, it is really, really a bargain. So that will be my entry for the GB if I participate. So the next thing on my workbench is something I finished. This is one of my shelf queens, my E75. Here it is. I built that E75 many days ago, and I painted in a yellow reddish color. But I wasn't happy with that, so I repainted in this color. And I made the base because I was on holiday. I stayed 2 weeks at home. Due to the pandemic, it wasn't so easy to travel to. Normally I normally go to England or to Wales, and this is at the moment not that easy for me who lives in Germany. So I had time to build something, and here it is. There's a what if. So in there is a E75 from the Schwere Panzerbataillon 511. It's a fictional battalion or Abteilung, and I call that Jötunn. Jötunn is an old Nordic house of giants, and it shows something in Oppeln in August 1955, so 45. Oppeln is in Poland, and you already noticed the war ends in May 45, and because it is a what if, I'll take that date. I also added 2 figures, these 2, and I tried, I gave them this one a camo jacket and a camo helmet, and I used stencils for that, decals. I will show you. I ordered them in a company called Dorp, and they are not bad, especially these 2. They were easy to work, and yeah, I really like them. And I ordered another one with this camo scheme, and I was a bit disappointed about that. This is another decal paper, and they are very, very, very thin, so I added some decal solvent on the figure, put them on, and they break apart. This one works absolutely fine, and you can see this is another paper, and this one is from water slide laser cut haze paper, and this one isn't signed, but that paper or decal worked very, very good. They doesn't break apart, and you can manage or you can move them as long as you like, and they work really, really fine. Because they worked really, really fine, I ordered one with the same paper without a print on the back side, and yeah, more autumn look. Yeah, and this is the base. I hope you like it, and this was the first thing I finished in my holidays. The next thing it's not finished, I changed it a bit, is the base for my Spitfire. I built a Spitfire a few days ago. I put a link to the video in the description, and you can see that there the Spitfire is placed on another decal, on another base. So I wasn't really happy with that base, so I reworked it, and I made that one with a piece of stump. You can see the price. I bought that in one of the cheapest stores in Germany, or something like a £1 store. It's called Teddy, and I made tufts and glued them on, and I am really happy with the result. It's more a practice piece to replicate grass, and I hope you like that too. The next thing I've changed, nothing complete new, but I've changed, is my P51. I built that with, I made a body build together with Dylan, and it was one of the first planes I made in 48 scale. 48 scale. And I made a base which was humongously big. Too big, so the point of interest was more the base than the plane. So this time I changed that, and I ripped off this little figure here. This one is a nice cutie from Mime. The company is called Mime, and the plane was already from Affix, and I made this little base here. I took a picture frame, put styrofoam in it, cut them in these little frames, and painted them with something from a £1 shop again, with this Stein Effect Paste, so it's a stone effect paste. When you apply it, it's very easy to apply, and it looks good, but you have to paint it later on. So you can't leave that on and think you are done. No, you can't, because the cover or this stuff doesn't cover very well. So you have to paint it. And I also put some grass, which I left over from the other bit, and put it on there. I also made some inscription on the side, P51 Mustang in Suffolk 1945. By the way, this is not an explosion, this is a part of the sun from the coat of arms of Suffolk. And of course my name. And this one was also done. Took me 2 days, but more because it took so long because you have to wait till the colors dry. And the last thing which is at the moment on my work table is from Roman. He gave me that as a birthday present. Is the armored vehicle of the Royal Engineers, and this one is from Amusing Hobby, and this is a really good kit. I can highly recommend that. As you can see, it isn't finished at the moment, but you have single link tracks which you can clip together. And first I thought they look so flimsy that I will break them, but they work fine and they are also workable. And the suspension is also workable. You have brass springs in here. As you can see, you can move them as you like, and so you have a full workable suspension. And yeah, it looks really good. It is not the easiest kit to put together because there are a lot of parts and a lot of small parts, and PE is also included, but it comes together very well because there's no fit issues, nothing. It just worked, and it feels good to put that together. I want to make what is it called? Bartos paint shop. Bartos is a training area in Canada where the British forces train, and they have a special camo scheme which looks a bit like a desertized with desert camo version with green stripes, and it looks very cool. Maybe I can find a picture and put it here to show you one of these Bartos camo schemes. And that's it, nothing more. And I ordered another kit from Roman. He sent me some pictures he sent some pictures in one of our Facebook groups where he will sell kits, or from kits he wants to sell, and I ordered a panther from him. Picture of that kit is over there, and if I am lucky, the kit will come the next week. So thank you very much, Roman, also for that one, because that one is really a good kit, and I really love to put that together. Good, that's it now. If you have any questions, put them in the video or write them down under the video. If you want to know more about my projects, you can also visit me on Facebook or on Instagram. Link to these channels are in the video description as well. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button or the like button, and we will see us on the next video. See you then. Bye.